From deadly collisions to mysterious disappearances, these accidents shook the world. Get ready to learn about the most shocking airplane crashes in history. Welcome back, everyone. Here, we love to explore the amazing things our world has to offer, from breathtaking nature to incredible discoveries. But today, we're going to do something a little different. Join us as we count down the top 6 deadliest plane crashes in history, each more shocking than the last. Number 6. Tenerife Airport Disaster. Have you ever heard of the Tenerife Airport disaster? Well, let me tell you about it. On March 27, 1977, this foggy day in Spain turned into a nightmare when 2 jumbo jets collided on the runway, killing 583 people. This was not your typical accident. 2. KLM and Pan Am. Planes got into a terrible mix-up because of miscommunication and the bad weather. When they both raced onto the tarmac, only seconds were left to react. With the controllers busy and visibility low, but moments later, the Pan Am plane appeared out of the fog and they crashed right into each other. The impact was so strong that it broke the KLM plane in half and burst into flames. The Pan Am plane also caught fire, but thankfully its engines had shut off, which saved some lives. Rescue workers rushed to the scene, but it was hard to reach the survivors trapped inside the burning wreckage. Many passengers had already lost their lives by the time they arrived. After the crash, an investigation was launched to find out what had happened. They discovered that the KLM pilots had not followed the rules, which led to the disaster. To prevent such tragedies from happening again, new measures were put in place to improve communication and safety on the runway. Now, thanks to these changes, flying is even safer than before, and we can take to the skies knowing that everything possible is being done to keep us safe. Number 5. Japan Airlines Flight 123. On August 12, 1985, Japan Airlines Flight 123 took off from Tokyo's Haneda Airport bound for Osaka. There were 520 people on board, including 15 crew members. Everything seemed fine at first, but soon after takeoff, the pilots felt a sudden drop in cabin pressure. They managed to keep the plane in the air for over 30 minutes, but eventually they had no choice but to try to make an emergency landing. Unfortunately, the plane lost control and crashed into a mountain in Gunma Prefecture. Only 4 people survived the crash. What caused this terrible accident? After a thorough investigation, it was determined that a faulty repair on a bulkhead at the rear of the plane was to blame. This had weakened the structure and ultimately led to the premature failure of the rear wall, causing the plane to break apart mid-flight. This was the deadliest single aircraft accident in history, and since then, many changes have been made to aircraft design and maintenance procedures to prevent such tragedies from happening again. The survivors of the crash still live with physical and emotional scars, but their strength and resilience continues to inspire people around the world. Number 4. American Airlines Flight 191. It was May 25, 1979, when American Airlines Flight 191 took off from O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. But just minutes later, the left engine detached from the wing, and the plane began to roll violently before crashing into the ground. Of the 273 passengers and 6 crew members on board, only 29 survived. So what caused this devastating crash? An investigation revealed that the accident was caused by a combination of factors, including a faulty indicator light that failed to alert the pilots to the loss of oil pressure in the left engine, and the crew's delayed response to the problem. Following this tragic incident, safety regulations were updated and improved to prevent similar accidents from happening in the future. The surviving passengers shared their experiences to help raise awareness about the importance of safety in air travel. American Airlines Flight 191 remains the deadliest aviation accident in U.S. history and serves as a reminder of the importance of constant vigilance, attention to detail in the field of aviation. Number 3. Concorde. Crash in Paris. On July 25, 2000, Air France Flight 4590, a supersonic Concorde jet, took off from Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris on what should have been a routine flight to New York. But just 15 minutes after takeoff, a loud explosion was heard and the plane burst into flames. All 113 people on board, including 109 passengers and 4 crew members, tragically lost their lives. What caused this catastrophic accident? The official inquiry concluded that a piece of metal from a previous flight had detached from another aircraft and lay on the runway had pierced through the left-wing fuel tank, causing the fire and subsequent crash. This was the deadliest accident involving a Concorde and the only one to occur during passenger service. In the wake of the tragedy, Air France and other airlines around the world implemented stricter safety measures to prevent similar accidents from occurring. The Concorde, once a symbol of luxury and speed, was retired in 2003, marking the end of an era in supersonic passenger travel. Number 2. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH. On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport bound for Beijing. The Boeing 777 jet was carrying 239 people, including 12 crew members. But less than an hour into the flight, the plane disappeared from radar while cruising at 34,000 feet. Despite an extensive search involving multiple countries and a cost of over $100 million, only a few pieces of debris and 2 confirmed sightings of the plane's exterior have been found. Whereas MH370 and what caused it to go missing remains one of the biggest mysteries in aviation history. Various theories have been proposed, including mechanical failure, pilot error, terrorism, and hijacking. But despite numerous investigations, no definitive cause has been identified. The disappearance of MH370 brought the global community together as investigators from around the world worked tirelessly to uncover the truth. While the mystery of MH370 continues to baffle experts, the families of the passengers and crew remain hopeful that one day they will have answers. Number 1. Chapecoense crash. On November 28, a charter flight carrying 71 people, mostly players and staff of the Brazilian soccer team Chapecoense, crashed in Colombia. The plane was heading to Medellin for a key match against Nacional in the Copa Sudamericana final, but shortly before landing, contact was lost with the aircraft and it was discovered that the plane had crashed. A rescue operation was immediately launched, and while 6 people survived the initial impact, sadly, all 6 passed away in hospital. An investigation into the crash revealed that the probable cause was the airplane's total energy, which decreased due to insufficient fuel after departing Bolivia. Additionally, there were indications that some of the decisions taken by the pilots and the technical crew contributed to the accident. Despite the tragic loss of life, the story of Chapecoense has been one of resilience and unity. The club's fans and supporters have come together to honor the memory of those lost and to support the families of the victims. The Chapecoense crash was a devastating tragedy, but the courage and resilience shown by the survivors and the outpouring of support from around the world have offered a glimmer of hope in the darkest of times. These tragic incidents serve as a reminder of the importance of safety and preparedness in the aviation industry. The stories of those involved, and the lessons learned from these accidents, continue to shape aviation standards and practices today. From the human error involved in the Tenerife airport disaster to the mysterious disappearance of MH, each accident is a unique and sobering tale. The Concorde crash marked the end of an era in supersonic travel, while the Chapecoense crash was a stark reminder of the fragility of life. As we pay tribute to the victims of these tragedies, we also celebrate the bravery of the survivors and the tireless efforts of the emergency services and investigators. Each of these individuals played a vital role in ensuring that lessons were learned and measures were taken to prevent similar accidents from happening again. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative videos.